I am James Wanjeri. As our senior counsel has indicated, in June 2025, we filed a petition before the Constitutional and Human Rights Division, and this petition seeks to hold the government of Kenya accountable for the illegal and unlawful deportation of Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, together with Haj Obed Lutale. Now, in this petition, one of the things we've been able to show the court is that the government of Kenya started by denying that this deportation had happened. Then the government in Uganda stated that there was a bilateral agreement between the two countries to allow for deportation of this nature. So one of the things that we have asked the court to do is to demand for that bilateral agreement to be produced, because to the best of our knowledge, there exists an act of parliament known as the Extradition Commonwealth Countries Act, Cap 77. And according to that act of parliament, to extradite someone from this country to their home country requires a legal process, and you must go through the judiciary. I can confirm to us that that did not happen. Dr. Kizza Besigye, together with Haj Obed Lutale, were abducted at Riverside. They were abducted by Ugandan police officers who had guns and were exercising security power in Kenya. So one of the things we have asked the court to tell us, is it legal and is it proper that Ugandan police officers can come to Kenya, military, Ugandan military, they can come to Kenya, exercise security control and power, arrest and abduct an individual and take them across the border. Now, in this petition as well, we have named the Cabinet Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, because you will recall that the PS Singoe came on record and said that the government is not the one that had done this. Then a few weeks later, Mudavadi was on Citizen TV declaring that indeed the Kenyan government handed him over. We have also mentioned as a respondent Soipan Tuya, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Defense, because she has to come and explain to the country how is it that foreign security agents were allowed to enter into the border of Kenya, yet the Ministry of Defense, together with the Kenya Defense Forces, has a mandate to secure our borders. We have also asked the Cabinet Secretary, Kipchumba Murkomen, Ministry of Interior and National Administration, to come to the court, because if you look at Dr. Besigye's affidavit, he declares in that affidavit that some of the security officers who came to Riverside in that apartment were Kenyan police officers. So we need to know what was the role of Kenyan police officers in this illegal security exercise. We have also asked Douglas Kanja, the Inspector General of Police, to come to court and explain who issued the orders to those police officers to come and carry out those illegal acts. We have also demanded for the presence of Evelyn Cheluget, the Director General of the Directorate of Immigration Services, because it is the evidence of Dr. Besigye that when they left Kenya through the border, they were not stopped at the border, their passports were not taken, they were not stamped, and so we need to understand, has there now been a change in how immigration happens in this country, that people can get in and out without the immigration services knowing? We have also demanded that the senior immigration officer in charge at Malaba border post, where Dr. Kizza Besigye and Haj Obed Lutale passed through, to come to court and explain what happened on that day, what actions did he take, and how did he allow security officers with guns to enter into the country and to leave without any record of that being kept. And we've also we've brought the Honorable Attorney General as a sixth respondent. Now, this case is clear. What we have been saying, and we continue to say, is that there appears to be an axis of evil in the East African community, where presidents of the East African community are using the security forces of their countries to arrest people who are considered critical of their home governments. And in this case, as you can see, Dr. Kizza Besigye and Haj Obed Lutale came to Kenya to attend the launch of Honorable Senior Counsel Martha Karua's book launch. That was the purpose of their visit. They were arrested, they were repatriated, they were deported illegally. And if you look at Dr. Besigye's affidavit, he declares his shock when he discovered when he was in the car that the people were speaking in the local language in Uganda. So the court has given directions that the respondents will have to enter appearance and file their responses, and we look forward to coming back on the 25th of February 2026 for the hearing of this matter. We continue to stand with Dr. Kizza Besigye and her Obed Mutale, who continue to suffer in Luzira prison, despite the Supreme Court even of Uganda declaring that they should not have been taken to a court martial. The government of Uganda continues to hold them up to this moment, and whatever has happened to them, the government of Kenya must be held accountable for the role that it has played.
Never, never, never surrender. Never, never, never surrender.
Free Besigye.
Free Besigye.
Free Obed.
Free Obed.
Never,
Never, never surrender. Never, never, never surrender.
Viva Kenya, viva.
Viva.
Viva comrades, viva.
Viva.
Viva Uganda, viva.
Viva.
Viva Africa, viva.
Viva.
Free
No
Besigye.
abduction. Stop abductions. Stop illegal abductions. We are tired of this injustice in East Africa.
This petition is going to expose the sins of Museveni and Ruto, because they're in bed. They're in bed. Ruto is taken from the old book of Museveni. So we're looking at this petition as an exposure of their relationship, of their marriage.
Mr. James,
You cannot bring Kizza Besigye, a respected human rights activist, and you abduct him from here and you arrest him. So this is an exposure. We know what is happening. We know the relationship between the two, and we're exposing it. It is wrong.
We appreciate Council James for this case. We are activists from Uganda, and we're joined by our activists, fellow activists from Kenya. We are so much disappointed by our governments, especially in East Africa. When you look at Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, every time all of us, people are telling us in Kenya, you are not safe. How? This is East Africa. We are free to live in any country that we want.
Yeah.
But you hear that someone has been abducted from Kenya, Tanzania, or Uganda. This is unacceptable, and we are grateful for Council James for exercising this, and we hope that the Kenyan courts, we believe in Kenyan courts more than how we believe in our courts. That's why we have this kind of a message on our court, because our justice system in Uganda cannot deliver justice to Dr. Besigye. Up to now, he's been in detention for almost a year. This is unacceptable. He has talked about it. We cannot allow this to continue. Kenya is solely responsible for that. If they are not granted Ugandan government a right to abduct Besigye, he wouldn't be in detention for all these years. So we stand in solidarity with Dr. Besigye and all human rights activists who have come to stand in solidarity with Dr. Besigye.
We also thank our comrades from Kenya who have stood in solidarity with us, and we on a special note appreciate Council James for this case, and we appreciate each and everyone for the solidarity. Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obed, they are still in illegal detention in Luzira. These people have families, their children, their wives, and the daughters. They are in fears. They are living in fears. They are frustrated because of the court-martial trial and also the continuous political persecution of not only Dr. Besigye and his aide, and also the rest of the Ugandans. We have a number of Ugandans in illegal detentions because of political persecution. We have Doreen Kaija, we have Bobby Young, we have Yasin Machete, who have spent over 4 years or 5 years in illegal detention just because they hold political opinions. The case of Dr. Kizza Besigye brought to light of all these cases, and we demand that the government of Kenya should stop being complicit in such illegal political persecution of all African. We are all Africans. If I come to Kenya, I do not have to be abducted just because I'm attending a book launch. If I come to Kenya, Kenya should be a safe place for me. Even now, right now, we are in fears. They think that we are going to be abducted just because of what has been happening and what is being done by the Ruto government. We condemn the continuous persecution of Kenyans as well. We Ugandans, we stand with the Kenyans even the political prisoners in Kenya, these the young people who are being killed on streets of Kenya. We stand with them, and we also demand for justice for all those colleagues who have lost their lives under Ruto government. We demand and stand with all our comrades in Kenya, and we demand for justice for them, and also demand for justice for political prisoners in Uganda. Thank you so much.
Okay. Afrika moja, Afrika huru. Afrika moja,
Afrika uhuru.
Afrika huru,
Afrika moja.
Okay, my name is Edwin Shamir. I'm an activist, a human rights defender from Mombasa. I've come in solidarity with my comrades from Uganda and the family of Kizza Besigye and Aaron. It is very shameful that while other leaders outside there within Africa, they are advocating for one Africa, while Ruto and Museveni are very keen in abducting and killing the voice of the people who are advocating for change.
Yes.
We are saying that we are not going to relent. It's going to be from Mombasa, from Lodwar, from Busia to Nairobi to Kampala. We are all going to call for freedom of Kizza Besigye. Kizza Besigye is not a terrorist. He's not a criminal. We know the criminals who are walking around us, but they cannot arrest those people. So we are telling Ruto, you should come out very clear and tell the world how Kizza Besigye was arrested, detained, and deported back to Kampala. It is within your jurisdictions. You know very well the international laws, what international laws state. So you need to come out very clear with your ministers and other cocoons who are behind abducting people, illegal detainment in the name of government. So we want to tell Ruto, we are not going to relent. And if you think maybe that's a way of silencing the voice of the HRDs, then we are telling you that you are not the first one. We have seen Moi, and you are not going to be the last one or the first one. We are going to soldier on with the case of Besigye, and we are going to be here. Come next year, 2026, 25th of February, we are going to be back at Milimani Law Courts, and we are going to call for the freedom of Besigye. Free Besigye.
Free Besigye.
Free Besigye.
Free Besigye.
Free Kenya.
Free Uganda.
Free Uganda.
Free Uganda.
Thank you.